In today's video, I'm going to do something a little bit differently. Recently, I just cut a brand new professional commercial demo with the legendary Marc Graue. I haven't done one since the very beginning of my career. It's been 7 years, so it's about time. And what you're about to see is a Zoom coaching session, the first one, where we went through a bunch of scripts and then he rewrote them and tailored them to what you'll eventually hear, which is I was going to say see, but here is my demo. Without further ado, here's the first coaching session with the legendary Marc Graue for my new commercial demo. I'm not going to do like a big intro thing here. Actually, yeah, I will. Screw it. So we're going to go through some scripts and you can see what it's like to work with a legend. Someone who's been doing this for, I don't know, 120 years, I think.
That's great. Yeah, back when we used to have to get our copy by donkey, it was great. And it's kind of hammer it out on rocks. Yeah, it's been a while. So let's take a look at some commercial stuff here, buddy.
I'm pulling it up right now.
Let you choose to start just to kind of, so you get warmed up and just kind of just feel how you feel out a little bit. See how it feels to you.
There's some really good funny ones in here, but I thought it would be good just to start, just to get warmed up on the Chevrolet one.
So the key to this too, and here's what's interesting, of course, if we see this authentic, honest, approachable, relatable, friendly, inviting, versatile, conversational, the only thing we're missing here is the infamous word gravitas, which seems to be on every piece of copy that you see. The real key here with copy in general is in any type of copy, you can tell the way it's written, how you want to approach it. Obviously, our voice should reflect that hopefulness and optimism and looking for interesting actors and up-and-comers and musicians that can deliver those scripts in a fresh, interesting, and conversation and believable way. Okay, so, but the way it's written, you can kind of tell that it's a little more intimate, that kind of a feel to it. It's not loud, it's not boisterous, it's not hard sell, it's not, Sunday, the Ford F-150. It's not that kind of, it's just, so let's see what you want to do, man.
Still your best friend. And now your co-pilot. Still a father, but now a friend.
The hardest thing with this, and this is called laundry listing, basically it's line,
Yeah.
in which, if they put it in a paragraph format, your brain goes, oh, look, beginning of a sentence, end of a sentence, beginning of a sentence, end of it. This is like, go. If you learned how to read and write in English, it's like, here's the beginning of it. Oh, that's the end. Here's the beginning. Oh, that's the end. So it can become choppy. That was a nice pass on that. The hardest thing with this is that you notice you've got, 6 lines that start with the word still. So try and mix it. Still your best friend, still a father, still an electric car, still a night out. So it's a little more mixing that up. And the thing is to throw out punctuation. Like when you have still a legend, that's kind of still hard work, just a little easier, still a legend, just more legendary. Mm-hmm. If you put a little beat, if you go still a legend, just more legendary. If you put a beat in there, still a legend, just more legendary. It just kind of sets that up a little bit. Do you know what I mean? It's like, it makes it, and it kind of, what that does is it billboards that phrase without actually having to make it louder or that kind of thing. It just makes it stand out a little bit.
I love that you use that billboard. I always say that. Billboarding is like emphasizing a word a little bit more.
Absolutely. Let's try another pass, man.
What do you pick up the pace a little bit, do you think? Or
no, I think in this case, and here's the other thing with this too. When you're auditioning, even if this is a 30-second spot, if you come in at 35, you're fine. They're looking for the voice. Because as you know, commercial copy, welcome to the land of overwritten. So it's like, unless you're on crack or, here, hang on. Okay, let's do this. Still your best friend, now your co-pilot. Hey, this is great. Wants more caffeine? It's awesome. It's like, remember, I see your parents put it together. It's like just all, zippy. So they're looking for the voice. And honestly, above even vocal quality, it's emotion. And that's the key, is to stop and kind of think, still a father, but now a friend. So in other words, maybe it's an older guy that's like, you've grown up now. It's like also your child is now old enough that he's a friend as well. Same thing with the electric car. Now that's how they lead into this, because you'll notice the first 2 lines have nothing to do with a car. And that's that kind of advertising. So you're hitting that enough that it's going to grab me, draw me into what you're saying. And it's like, oh, and then you hit me with an electric car. Okay, that's where we're going with this.
Yeah. Still your best friend. And now your co-pilot. Still a father, but now a friend. Still an electric car, just more electrifying.
Really nice. Vocal quality, you know that. Your voice is right in the pocket. It sounds really great for this. It's perfect. What I would do is slow down the first, and here's what's interesting with audition is that even if it's not completely appropriate for the spot, you want to show them, hey, I can go here, I could go here, here, whatever you guys think, wherever you're thinking about this spot, I'm your guy to leave no doubt. It's like I'm your guy to do this. So I would slow down that first. So it's like still your best friend, and now your co-pilot, still a father, but now a friend. Then pick up the pace. Still an electric car, just more electrifying. Still a night out, but everything fits in. Still hard work, just a little easier. And then back to slow. Still a legend, just more legendary. Chevrolet, making life's journey just better.
It's like you've done this before.
Well, yeah, but see how we're kind of picking the top up a little bit and going a little quick, and then all that's doing is showing pacing. It's showing a little bit different feel. It's like if they ask for 2 takes, what we all have a tendency to immediately do is we do one loud, one soft, but your inflection's exactly the same. So what you can do sometimes is a great thing to as working out and practicing copy, put emphasis on a different set of words than you normally would, because your brain's going, no, I'm going to hit still instead of hit best friend, hit still your best friend rather than still your best friend. Do you know what I mean? And it's going to change that inflection a little bit, and it'll kind of change the whole spot. And it takes a little bit of work because your brain you have a natural cadence and a natural way of reading out loud, and there's words that you go, yes, this is right. So when you hit a different set of words, your brain's going, what the hell are you doing? Now you can't. Now what are you doing, Jesse? Now what's wrong with you? But if you listen back, it's like, whoa, okay, that really sounds like a different take now. So, but that's nice. I mean, your feel on this, honestly, is very good. Again, just give me one more and just make it really, really intimate.
Still your best friend, and now your co-pilot. Still a father, but now a friend. Still an electric car, just more electrifying. Still a night out, but everything fits in. Still hard work, just a little easier. Still a legend, just more legendary. Chevrolet, making life's journey just better.
There you go. Nice.
I should take more time. I usually rip out one. I'm like, that's great. And I move on.
Well, but the terrible thing, after you've done this for a while, that's exactly what we do. And the key really, it's old school, the first, like VO 101. Point of perspective, where are you and who are you talking to? Because it's like, are you talking to a group of guys, hey, Dad, in the backyard over a beer? Are you talking very intimately to, your better half, whether it be, male, female, whatever that is, but it's that very intimate kind of feel. Let's look at another piece here so we're not killing you on that. Let's go the polar opposite. Look at Vizzy Hard Seltzer. It's short, but again, this is like, and if you look up at the top, once again, too, feel free to ad-lib on 1 or 2 of the takes. Now, ad-libbing, if you're going to do that, always make sure that, and this is a great trick also, when you're doing an audition, we don't get to work the room anymore. You're an MP3, so they can't see you. They can't go, hey man, he seems like a nice guy. What a pleasant guy. What a nice smile. None of that. You're an MP3. So I come from an era where we used to get to work the room. So you'd get to go, oh, this person's kind of a div, this guy's not, she's getting, so I'll put my attention over there. And it's very easy to go, can I just give you guys another take? Oh, of course. And you're getting live direction right there. What we're doing now, you don't. It's all resting on your shoulders. So what can you do to make this slightly different? So Vizzy Hard Seltzer, all new flavors, all with antioxidant vitamin C. What if you picked it up and went, a hard seltzer with vitamin C? Vizzy Hard Seltzer. All new flavors, all with antioxidant vitamin. Now, I haven't changed the context of the spot at all. when they're listening to auditions over and over, Vizzy hard seltzer, Vizzy hard seltzer, Vizzy hard seltzer, your ears literally after about 12 listens start to flatten out. It's like the old Clockwork Orange movie where the guy, your eyes are propped open with toothpicks. It's like, it's just over and over. And if it's a big national campaign or something, you could be 700, 1,000 auditions. Vizzy hard seltzer, Vizzy hard seltzer. Your ears start to flatten out. If you all of a sudden come in and go, a hard seltzer with vitamin C, my attention goes, huh? And they're not going to go, oh my God, Bob, come here and listen to what he did. It's like, no.
I never thought about doing it in the first line. That's brilliant. I usually just slow down so they hear it.
But it grabs your attention.
Yeah.
And again, you haven't changed, but make sure that it relates to that first line. You can't go, I was going to have a cheeseburger. It's like, huh? Where the hell are you going with this? It has to relate to that first line. But you'll notice if you do it like that, it sounds effortless. But make sure it's short and sweet and not some huge drawn out. I remember that time I went into a bar and was looking for something to drink. It's
Yeah.
But that all it does, it's a little trick, but it works wonders because that's the only anything we can do to set your MP3 apart from everybody because you're not there.
A hard seltzer with vitamin C? Vizzy Hard Seltzer. All new flavors, all with antioxidant vitamin C.
Really nice. Now, the problem is right now, here's what's an interesting in commercial reads. You always you've got lots of smile. And this read, you don't want smile. You got badass
attitude. Right.
And you just want that, a hard seltzer with vitamin C, Vizzy Hard Seltzer. All new flavors, all with antioxidant vitamin C. Always, you want to err on the side initially, go a little further than you think. What's happening is when we speak, it resonates through your ear bone. And so you're going, oh, I don't know. I think I'm pushing too hard. But what's interesting is on this side, it's like, yeah, you're right in the pocket. And once again, you're fighting your brain because we don't walk around talking like that. Yeah, give me a Vizzy Hard. It's like, what the hell's wrong with you?
Vizzy Hard Seltzer.
But err on the side, and if you're doing more than one take, show me one that's way the hell out there to show me you can go there. I know you can pull back from it. I just want to see that you can get there.
All right, I can get there. I did back road truckers. I can get. Okay.
I got this great spot for you. It's
Marc Graue. A hard seltzer with vitamin C. Vizzy Hard Seltzer. All new flavors, all with antioxidant vitamin C. Now that's a thirst trap. Vizzy, not your basic hard seltzer.
Now, you know what could even add more attitude is if you went a hard seltzer with vitamin C. Yeah. Yeah, Vizzy Hard Seltzer on it, and it's
what about duh?
You could do that. Whatever. But again, keep it short, sweet. But yeah, your attitude's awesome on that. And then I give another one that's lightened up where you got smart. So you're showing these different layers. The problem is you need to almost knock somebody over the head. Look at the variety on this because we're thinking like, yeah, but did you hear how I hit that last where my inflection was down instead of up? Nobody's hearing that. They will in a live session, but no, we want a little more of this, that, it's like, okay, but in an audition, there's some bump, 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 bump. It's very fast, so knock them over the head with variety.
Go again?
Yeah, sure. Let's do two in a row. Give me one with major attitude, and then just pull back and give me one with just smile like you're a nice guy.
Bro, a hard seltzer with vitamin C? Yeah. Vizzy Hard Seltzer. All new flavors, all with antioxidant vitamin C. Now that's a thirst trap. Vizzy, not your basic hard seltzer. A hard seltzer with vitamin C? Vizzy Hard Seltzer. All new flavors, all with antioxidant vitamin C. Now that's a thirst trap. Cha-ching! Vizzy, not your basic hard seltzer.
Really nice. So when you're doing that ad lib, do it on the first. Don't only do it on the first.
Only on the first. Don't do it again.
Right, because what we're doing with that is just to grab attention.
Yeah.
And because you don't want the writer to go, well, what? My copy's not good enough for you. It's like, and that
even
can
if
happen.
they say to ad lib, like wherever you want, just do it on the first line. And leave it.
But be cautious because when you're like, if you add bro, that's kind of limiting that audience.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because it's like, if you've got the Wall Street crowd coming in, they're like, bro.
Yeah.
They're more like, hey man, how you doing? It's
what about
just,
yo?
But it's just, I would just be cautious of how that's interpreted. I mean, you can.
Yeah. any
But again,
specific
it's
lingo
just
like that.
yeah, just so that gets sometimes a little too specific. And the key is too, you want to make sure that it's still hitting kind of where you feel this should be. Now, in this what's great, please slate your name only 4 takes. So again, you want to do and play around with it a little bit if you like. And it's just, so that, I mean, I won't beat you up on this thing, but I'm just, again, because this is our first, so I'm just kind of trying to get it's just a thought process that's a little bit different than what we're used to. That's all. It's just like, oh, okay, cool. Let's look at Mac Weldon. That's pretty silly stuff.
There's another one that I want to get to that's hilarious. I think it's a Duracell.
Oh, the Die Hard. We can look at that if you want. You want to look at that one?
Yeah, you want to do that one now? It's up to you. I don't want to like throw a wrench in your plan.
No, man. Not a wrench at all, right? Not at all. Now, this is an interesting thing, too, because I don't know that they ever actually finally released the campaign, and especially with the way everyone is now, well, who knows, I would start with the second spot just for the heck of it.
Okay.
You go down to the berries because it's not quite as in your face as the first one, and otherwise you'll have people with torches at your door, Jess.
Oh, I didn't see the second spot.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Spots like this are like it's a comedy lead. You'll see a lot of spots like this where the first portion of it, first half of it, is to grab attention. You go, the Wendy spots used to be that. Where's the beef? And she'd do all these weird. It was we'd do it with a fisheye lens and have all these weird looking, But the first portion of the spot, half of the spot, 3/4 of the spot had nothing to do with the product. It's all funny to draw you in and make you go, what is this? And then they hit you with the sell.
Are we going to do the whole thing? Or
Sure, why not?
Cool.
Now, in this is a great example. This is a 60-second spot. So obviously you would probably have to be on crack if you really wanted to get this in 60.
So don't do it in 60?
No, again, they're looking to play it up. Give me the comedy elements of this. And this is like this is almost like if you were doing a stand-up kind of act, but you're telling a story. So you're taking your time, in an effort to teach your kids the art of survival. You've set out on a weekend of family camping. And as the self-proclaimed seasoned vet, it's like, yep, just tell me this story.
Okay. In an effort to teach your kids the art of survival, you've set out on a weekend of family camping. As the self-proclaimed seasoned vet, you take it upon yourself to show them the ropes.
Nice.
I hadn't read it before. That was funny. I didn't know.
Oh yeah, it's a silly spot, and again, you'll notice the whole thing is telling us this crazy story. Excuse me. Up until the end, and then it's like, oh, demand Die Hard. And you can get this even a little more, if you want, like, follow me, kids, in an effort to teach your kid, like, I'm a manly man and I'm teaching them the art of survival.
All right, here we go. In an effort to teach your kids the art of survival, you set out on a weekend of family camping. And as the self-proclaimed seasoned vet, you take it upon yourself to show them the ropes. Edible berries.
Those slow down on that because this is what's setting up where you're going with this.
Right.
So it's like, you've started fire from scratch, cooked on an open flame, and even tracked down some edible berries. That's you want to jump edible berries because that's the part that's going to mess you up.
After day one, you started a fire from scratch, cooked on an open flame, and even tracked down some edible berries.
There you go. And honestly, what I would liken this to is when he's doing the narration for A Christmas Story, the movie.
Yeah.
It's that same kind of a thing where he's, it's very, and it just draws you in and you can picture exactly what's going on. And but play anytime you have remotely a joke, and this is another thing with copy, look and see, okay, is there a funny thing in this? Because sometimes, obviously, a copywriter gave his all, and, well, maybe it's not that funny. But play it up, because then the writer, he gets it. And if that's the case, then you're in. It's like you're the guy that played up the joke, you're the guy that understood it. So that's great.
Well, why don't you choose the next one? Because the first one's kind of the same as this, just different joke. So,
well, let's do this. Look at City of Hope, because this has got a very different style to it. Things like this, if you're talking about a cancer spot or whatever, you don't ever want to get really remote and go, oh, and because the whole key here is, here's the problem, but we have the solution. So if you're talking to someone who has cancer or a child who has cancer, you don't want to go, oh God, that sucks. A great example, my son has cerebral palsy. Right? love him dearly. And people go, oh, I'm sorry. About what? It's fine. He's my son. I don't, there's nothing to be sorry. He's great. He's kicking, it's awesome. So it's not you don't want to, oh my God. So if I'm around, I'm going to talk like this. No, of course not. So in this case, it's written, every day at City of Hope. What you're doing really is you are portraying hope. So it's like, yep, here's the problem, but we have the solution. So you just don't want to get too downtrodden, like, oh God, it's not. You'll notice they don't usually go that depth. Regardless of if it's childhood cancer, growing up cancer, all the wonderful diseases that we as Americans have now. If you look at all the drug spots, I had no idea that we were collectively so screwed up, but evidently we are. I'm an old guy, and thankfully I don't take any of that crap. Well, back in the 80s, I probably would have paid extra for some of that crap, but not now. But anyway, so give it a shot.
At City of Hope's Comprehensive Cancer Center, we witness a comeback story. A comeback for another note, perfectly played. A comeback for that song, the one you've almost mastered.
Nice. Now, see, even that way too low key and too,
Really?
So keep that much more. Every day at City of Hope's Comprehensive Cancer Center, we witness a comeback story. Like it's a very positive, cool. Wow. That's like if you had something, that's where you'd want to go because it sounds really positive.
Every day at City of Hope's Comprehensive Cancer Center, we witness a comeback story. A comeback for another note, perfectly played.
There you go. And see, that's still now that overall has a much more positive message.
Yeah, totally.
And that just makes all the difference in the world. So we don't get too, and we all have a tendency to go there, if it's a public service, oh God. And it's even if you're talking,
because it feels good sometimes to get gravitas and get close to the mic and
oh sure,
really
but I mean, but you can still even do that every day at City of Hope's, Comprehensive Center. We witness a comeback story. So I'm still working it close, but I'm still like, hey, it's okay. It's still intimate, but it's not that like we witness a comeback story, your comeback story. I hope,
possibly.
But it gives you just a little bit different kind of a feel there. Look at these are very short. Let's go look at the Fritos thing really quickly.
Okay.
So in this case, if it's one take, you've got 4 different little spots here. So what I would do is make the tags a little bit different. It's 4 opportunities. It's 4 different auditions, basically, that you have the opportunity to show them, hey, whatever, how. So in general, here's an interesting thing, too. If you go up on the end inflection, Fritos, the go anywhere, dip into anything, down for everything, chip. So that sounds very positive. If I go down for everything, chip. Now it's a statement. If you stilt that down, and we'll get into that later, if you're doing like you want to do scary boy, Fritos, the go anywhere, do anything, down for everything, chip. Do you see what? And it's all that is basically patient to where you're going with it. And all of this, every commercial, it's a CT, a call to action. Get my butt off the couch, get me on the phone, go online, get in the car, go get whatever it is. But, that's the key. That's what they're not doing it just because they want, sadly, I wish they were doing it just to give us work, but they don't. So they actually want results, damn it. So let's see wherever you would like to go with this. Let's see what you want to do.
Ever walked your dog with a Fritos topped hot dog? It's a fan favorite. Fritos, the go anywhere, dip into anything, down for everything chip.
Nice. So if you look at the top, and here's what's wonderful, a lot of the time we pass on that. That's basically stage direction. That's like the shooting script. So it shows you a woman's walking her dog. She sees a guy with another dog and exclaims that his dog is her favorite kind of dog. But then we see she's gushing over the hot dog that he's got garnished with Frito chips and not the puppy that's by his side. So she's going, oh, I love that. That's my favorite dog. That is so cute. And then you realize she's looking at the hot dog in his hand, not at the puppy sitting down below. And that's the only way we would know the comedy in this spot. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Ever walked your dog with a Fritos topped hot dog? It's a fan favorite. Fritos, the go anywhere, dip into anything, down for everything chip.
Nice. Now give me one that's kind of more of a like, ever walked your dog, with a Fritos, like just kind of a smart, like, really? You haven't? Well, let me tell you.
Ever walked your dog with a Fritos topped hot dog? It's a fan favorite. Fritos, the go anywhere, dip into anything, down for everything chip.
Nice. There you go. Nice. And that's a very different read than what you did the first time. A great practice thing in general for people is, we were just talking about, hit a different set of words, hit go anywhere. Now it's got a little bit different feel on each one of those. But yeah, I mean, you're rocking this. I mean, you're right in the pocket on this stuff, man. I mean, it's wonderful because I'm working with somebody who's doing this. You're a pro. It's like you understand what's going, and you take direction. A lot of the time we laugh. It's sometimes American Idol syndrome where you go, no, like this, no, like this, no, like this. I'll give you a very quick story.
Yeah.
We were doing tags for Captain Morgan rum at the studio. The line is simply, Captain Morgan, what do you say? Captain Morgan, what do you say? And the guy keeps going, Captain Morgan, what'd you say? It's like, no, it's just a throw, man. What'd you say? Okay, Captain Morgan, what'd you say? And it's like, no, you sound like an old Yiddish man. What'd you say? With the thing and the what? No, it's not a question, man. It's just a throwaway. And he couldn't get it. And again, that's just inflection. And what's happening is, again, it was fighting because to him, it's a question. What'd you say? No. What'd you say? What'd you say? No. What'd you say? And what's funny is your brain's telling you, no, this is how I should do that. So to mix that up a little bit, try and say, shut up, brain. For me, it's not that hard because my brain is not that overpowering. So, but it basically, it just will really, really help you give a little bit different style. And it kind of really opens up a lot of different ideas as far as, ooh, I kind of like that, and you'll do stuff going, yeah, that pause is weird. I know. But what happens every time you do that, your brain files those away. So you go, it's no different. It's muscle memory. It's like learning to drive a car. The first time you do, it's white knuckles and you're setting your mirror and doing your seatbelt and stuff. You don't do that now. You just go, oh, yeah, okay, do it. And you do it because it's muscle memory. And a commercial demo has got variety, but it's a little more constrained. It's not like, wow, that didn't even sound like you. It's commercials, as you know, are all based on sex. Is it male, female, non-binary, whatever it may be, and age. This isn't new to you. You know exactly what's going on. So your brain goes, oh, okay, yeah, not a big deal. Know. So you got this. I'm telling you, you gotta just. I always like the song "Happy" by Pharrell. If you hate that song, it's like God. As soon as it comes on, and now even just mentioning it, the damn thing's going to be in your head the rest of the day. And that's what you want with your demo. Hit play. Wow, come here. You got to hear this.
That's why I want to take it because before you told me in the interview that we had before in the community a while back.
What if I was lying?
No, but you said you really want to go for it and get noticed, and I don't want to be safe. I want to do something that will get noticed, something that pushes the envelope a little bit.
A great thing that we could do at the top is like, I'll never forget when I first took my pregnancy. Guys, is this the right copy?
That would be awesome.
And there's a hook. There you go. And that's and there's boom, grabbed. And now you've got they're not going to shut that off. They want to, this guy sounds, and it's showing, wow, he sounds like he'd be fun to work with. It's, it sounds light. You're not like this, at National City Bank. And that's the other thing with people, it's a gregarious business. You've got this great personality and you joke and it's fun and stuff. And then you put a script in front of you and it's like, oh shit, we're filling out the financial form. Don't color outside the lines. Just have fun, have show, I'll knock this out of the park and do exactly what you guys want. But you know what? We're going to have a good time doing it.
Great. Awesome. Sweet. Well, this has been awesome, Marc. Thanks so much. And
you're welcome, brother. Absolutely. This was a lot of fun, man. I mean, you're a talented guy. You know where you're going with this. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Right, and anybody watching this right now in the future, because you're not watching while we're recording, and you want to learn from a master, I'll put Marc's website in the description, so check the notes and contact him and see if he's got time to work with you, because he is
awesome.
Legendary and amazing. This has been super fun. Thanks so much, Marc.
Rolling on. Take one.
I'll never forget when I took my first pregnancy Guys, do I have the right copy here?
Ooh, yeah, you're right, Jesse. Sorry about that.
A hard seltzer with vitamin C? Yeah. Vizzy Hard Seltzer. All new flavors, all with antioxidant vitamin C. Now that's a thirst trap. Vizzy, not your basic hard seltzer. Still your best friend. But now you're co-pilot. Still hard work, just a little easier. Still a legend, just more legendary. Chevrolet, making life's journey just better. Last year, over 9,000 people cut themselves while cutting avocados. Switching to fresh-made holy guacamole cuts your risk by more than a lot. Take the pain out of avocados and leave tricky guac to us. This offer is clearly 100% real, just like our guac. Your morning routine has been so routine. Wake up and go to work. Well, now it can be wake up, go to work, but first stop by McDonald's for a delicious McCafe coffee for just $1. Every day at City of Hope, we fight for a comeback for family, friends, your comeback. For more than 75 years, City of Hope has been dedicated to making sure you're victorious against cancer. Society believes nachos are only made with chips. Society also believed leisure suits were a good idea. Try rich, pillowy nachos from Stonefire and become a non-conformist.
All right, guys, that's it for this one. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it gave you some insight into what it's like coaching for a professional voiceover demo and how the coaching differs from the actual final product. So I hope that was insightful. I hope you liked it. If you got value out of this, hit the like and subscribe button, and we will see you in the next one.